Hello students, now in this chapter we're going to study about atomic structure and how the structure of atom are designed. Now, as we all know, they are the atoms, they are the charged particles in matter. So they have three types of subatomic particles, that is electrons, protons and neutrons. So what are electrons, protons and neutrons? Electrons are negatively charged, represented by small e power to the minus. Protons are positively charged, represented by small p power to the plus, and neutrons have basically no charge and they are represented as small n. So the mass of an electron is 1 upon 2000 the mass of an hydrogen atom. The mass of a proton is equal to the mass of a hydrogen atom and it is taken as 1 unit, that is small u. The mass of neutron is equal to the mass of hydrogen atom and it's taken as 1 unit. So basically atoms have three type of particles made up of three type of subatomic particles. They are electrons, protons and neutrons. Now how the discovery of subatomic particles has done. In 1900, J.J. Thomson has discovered the presence of a negatively charged particles and it called as electrons in the atom. In 1886, E. Goldstein has discovered the new radiations in gas discharge and they call them as canal rays. And these rays were positively charged. Later then it led to the discovery of the positive charged particles called as protons in the atom. Whereas in the year 1932, Chadwick discovered the presence of particles having no charge in the atom called neutrons. So therefore, by the three scientists in 1900, in 1886 and in 1932, the discovery of proton, electrons and neutrons took place by J.J. Thomson, Goldstein and Chadwick. Now, the structure of an atom. First of all, Thomson has given a model which is called also as the Christmas pudding model, the Thomson model of an atom. According to this model, an atom is similar to a Christmas pudding, whereas the pudding had positive charge and the electrons having negative charge were like plums on the pudding. So he proposed that atoms consist of a positively charged sphere and the electrons are embedded in it. Here you can see that the electrons are embedded in it. The negative and positive charge and equal in magnitude. So the atom as a whole is electrically neutral. So according to the Thomson model of an atom, it says that it consists of a positively charged sphere and whereas the negatively charged sphere where electrons are embedded in the atom. So this is called as a Thomson model of an atom. Then Rutherford came. Rutherford's model of an atom, it is also called as Rutherford alpha scattering experiment. According to this experiment, Rutherford allowed a beam of fast moving alpha particles having positive charge to fall on a thin gold foil. He observed that the alpha particles passed straight through the gold foil. Some of the alpha particles slightly deflected by small angles and very few alpha particles appear to rebound. So most of the alpha particles are undeflected, some are slightly deflected and few alpha particles bounce off the nucleus. They appear to rebound. So this model is given by Rutherford. It is also called as alpha scattering experiment. What is the conclusion? What are the conclusions drawn from Rutherford's alpha experiment? Most of the space inside an atom is empty. The atom had a small nucleus having positive charge and the size of the nucleus is very small compared to the size of the atom. So therefore Rutherford gave this type of conclusions from its experiment. And Rutherford's model of an atom, the main postulates are an atom has a positively charged nucleus at its center and most of the mass of the atom is in the nucleus. The electrons revolve around the nucleus in different orbits and the size of the nucleus is very small as compared to the size of the atom. What were the defects of the Rutherford model of an atom? Any particle in a circular orbit would undergo acceleration and during acceleration the charged particle would radiate. So the revolving electrons would lose energy and fall into the nucleus of the atom would be unstable. We know that atoms are stable. So this is the Rutherford model of an atom. It is a negatively charged electrons in the orbits around the nucleus and there is a very small positive charge around the nucleus. You can see that negatively charged and positively charged nucleus. So therefore, the defects of the Rutherford model of the atom are as follows over here. Now, what is Bohr's model of an atom?